Tēnā koutou katoa, everyone, and welcome back to Mucky Hope Productions. I'm your host, Mucky Hope, and this week has been a sad one. It's been a great one. We lost so many great people, and then we lost Mark, and so I'm so excited to finally come together to talk with the two people where if I was to ever lose them in a game or in life, I would be devastated. I would quit watching the show. I would quit life. I'll go live in the mountains somewhere like a monk because these people are the best people in my heart. And I'll start off, as always, with a very handsome man on my right-hand side, all the way from South Africa. Please welcome the real Cashflow Rich. How's it going, brother?
Yeah, things are going chaotic. So obviously this week of Survival was all about revolutions. Like literally at my school, like buildings were getting burnt down, like students were rioting against like bloody authority. Yeah, so I was supposed to have exams this week, but they all got cancelled because of the turmoil.
It's not good.
Happy days for me because I'm not writing, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Sure. Michelle, has there been any kind of revolutions like this at the kindergarten you work at?
No.
Some boss baby action?
There was a lot of things going down today, but I cannot divulge what they are for privacy's sakes. But it was a tough day in kindergarten, yes.
Have you ever had a baby that's like Stuart from Family Guy? Or Stewie?
No.
Stewie.
No. I've been bitten before by how old was he? 2-year-old. Yes, that was interesting.
That kind of sucks.
I have been inadvertently, because they're little, in a daycare center. I've been spat on, vomited on, pooed on, just things that just happen. And then I've been bitten and scratched. Just not a lot of the time it's not on purpose, but the biting was on purpose. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume so. Yeah, it's like, oh, sorry, I shit on your lap, my bad, but I'm gonna bite down and eat your finger. And anyways, as you would have known by now, our amazing other person here is Michelle. Apart from getting your finger bitten off, how else have you been?
Today was a little bit crazy. I know this will go up later, but it's Wednesday currently, and the tickets to the live finale went out today, and we didn't know if that was even going to happen. We knew, Mucky and I knew there would be a live finale, but we thought it might just be the survivors and family or friends. And then all of a sudden, Australian Survivor world went crazy.
Nuts.
Like,
really nuts.
I don't know how many messages I had. And in all the groups, it was going mad. And people kept sending me the link. And I didn't need the link anymore, but I kept being sent the link.
Yeah.
It was just insane. Some people missed out. So it's sold out.
Oh, well, I've got something to announce, actually. And it's going to be a little bit sad. It's a bit of a sad announcement, but also a good opportunity. So I saw an ad a while ago from Trusty Old Air New Zealand. Flights to Sydney for $240 one way. I was like, oh my gosh, that's great. Turns out though for July.
Oh no.
Not for April. So I do have a ticket, but I don't know if I will be able to make the event.
Ticket or not?
I do have a ticket.
A plane ticket.
Oh no, not a plane ticket, no. I went to go get a plane ticket today. Take a guess how much, Michelle, for there and back. For just on average. This is across multiple airlines. Take a guess how much for just one night. Just flights alone.
I don't want to know. It's going to be something ridiculous.
$1,400 for 2 weeks away. I know. And that's across Qantas, Jetstar. Oh my gosh. So that's a little bit too expensive for me for just the one night. So I am happy to give my ticket away.
I do have a friend who missed out, and he's a fellow podcaster. If you would like to him.
Right.
He's not podcasting anymore. He has stopped podcasting, but he used to podcast about Australian Survivor. And he is actually in season 2 of Sydney Survivor, which is going to be released on April 17th. So we'll talk about that.
Yes, welcome everyone. Merge week. Australian Survivor, guys. Merge week for all Australian survivors are always a crazy, crazy week. And I'll start off with you, Cashflow Rich. First initial thoughts, what did you think?
I mean, I was happy for the merge feast because I thought maybe they're not getting anything. But David is a good host. It was nice to leave it as a surprise at the end. But yeah, it's been a good week.
Yeah, no, it's been crazy, chaotic week. How about you, Michelle? How did you find this week?
Crazy. Like the tribal councils, the uncertainty of who to vote for and the switchings. Just a bit lost for words in some of the strategy, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, well, what I love so much about this season is that everyone's playing hard, right? I know that David heavily talked about preseason where everyone goes down swinging. That is literally true. Everyone's playing really hard and fast as they can. And even with like the merge vote, I feel like there aren't even real alliances set, Michelle, but I feel like it's just people with a common enemy, a common goal. Let's get out at least one returnee. So all the newbies except for Kelly come together. But that's still like not a solid alliance, you know. There's still like cracks and groups within stuff, but all because of one common enemy.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is that if they get out the returnees, they still need to work out, well, what am I doing for the jury, because I have to vote out all these people to get to the end. And what's the jury management here? They're not thinking ahead, some of them. It's fine to think I've got to get this person out or this person out, but at what cost, or for what reason?
And
I think I like what David said. I think at the first merge tribal where he was like, you don't want to be sitting at the end without a story because you end up being like a zero vote finalist and all that work was for nothing. So I think that led to a few people's thumbs, Richard, Caleb. So yeah, can't wait.
How great is David this season though? Like he's like, even at the merge feast, he had a great speech about like, this is where you make your story, this is where you make your mark on this game, you know. Yeah, exactly. It's like I feel like his speech is like, I actually like, maybe it's because he's a former player, maybe it's because he's seen as like the best player in Australian Survivor. He knows, so when he says it hits a bit more than what Jalpi would say. How about you, Michelle? How are you enjoying David this season?
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, a lot of the times I think he's trying to stifle laughing. Mind you, JLP used to do that too. I think he's calmed down a bit in the challenges. He's not screaming as much as he was right at the beginning. But I think he's doing well in that, I asked him, he had some Instagram questions. He said, ask me a question. And I said, how are you going at Tribal Council now, being on the other side? How are you going at asking questions? And he said, oh, they just want to keep talking anyway. So, it's easy for him, apparently. I know when I'm at a Tribal Council, I don't want to talk. I don't want anyone to ask me a question because I've got to then think about how I answer the damn question. But these people are happy to talk, and some of them talk a bit too much.
100%. Well, I mean, I guess let's just start off straight away. So pretty much the whole theme of this week is newbies versus returnees. And Lottie was the first one to bring this up. She even brings over Caleb to her side as well. It's like, okay, here we go. This is Lottie's time to go for the returnees. And Michelle, so devastating how it all turns out.
I know. So sad because I love Lottie. Hopefully she gets to come back sometime in the future. But, it just went pear-shaped. It looked like it was promising, and then it didn't work out.
Yeah. Well, Richard, what's so interesting, right, is that she wasn't actually targeting a returnee off the bat. She was actually targeting Jackson because he was so in with the Beauty and the Beast alliance and stuff. Seemed like he was so in with some. But what's so weird is that Jackson and Ben, literally at the next vote, flips on the returnees, right? So is there anything Lottie could have done to try and save herself here, or do you reckon she was pretty cooked just because of how the Usher blindside went down?
Yeah, I think she was cooked because Kelly put out Lottie's name before she even did anything, because I think in her mind she which she read it correctly, that Lottie would be the one to just gather up the lot and say, hey, let's get these people out, which she ended up doing. And I think maybe that led to her doing, but I don't think she could have done anything wrong. I enjoyed her as a player. like for a newbie, she had this. It seemed like she had this experience of understanding the works of the game, playing with the returnees, and navigating her social game around the newbies as well. So she's good. I can't wait to see her play again.
Yeah, no, I would absolutely love to see Lottie come back and play. Something else as well, I do want to quickly talk about this episode, but how great the car reward was. It's funny, everyone keeps on saying that Mark won the car, but Simon's won a car as well, but everyone's kind of forgotten about that. But what I loved so much, though, was seeing that how, like, David was asking who needs a car, and, like, Sally is talking about how, like, her cars that she, like, you know, like, it won't even turn on in a driveway. Like, with Caleb, he needs a car. Like I just love that these are real people.
Car problems, yeah.
It was like a sub story.
Yeah, but what's really sad though is that I don't even have my full license. So if I was to win this reward, I don't think they would have been allowed me to take
what
the car home.
What have you got? What kind of license?
Yeah, I've got a restricted. So it's like learners with. So it's like in between your learners and you're full. But I'm too lazy. One? Oh, I've just been too lazy because I walk everywhere. You see,
I think 2 years of driving. If you're on P's, you get it. You just automatically get it in 2 years. You have to do another test.
For us. Yeah, we have to do another one. And honestly, I've once been so lazy because I live right next to both my jobs, right in Central City. You actually come and drive to my apartment. It's actually really frustrating. And so the only times where I've actually really needed a car is when I'm in Australia. And that's to drive to Sydney and stuff. Yeah, that's the only time I've really needed to drive. Yeah.
Learn.
Yeah, I need to get my ass into gear.
Get this, yes. That's crazy.
Anyways, but yeah, Sally ends up winning the car, and she was one of the 3 people who actually really needed the car. It was just so heartwarming to see, because this is what I love about Australian survivors, that while everyone's like unhinged to a certain degree, they also feel like normal everyday people as well. Humans, exactly. They're not like strategy bots or game bots or anything. They're just normal people, and it's just great to see things work out for people.
Yeah, I just want to say I like Sally. I think she really has a good human aspect about her, especially with her brother passing on, and you know how that motivates her to play the game. Yeah, she's one of the players I'm enjoying.
Yeah, she's actually one of the few players that actually has a genuine redemption story. I feel like it's Caleb, with Mr. Ben as well, with Cameron. Any other newbies, Michelle, you can think of that actually has a redemption story?
No, because really the big one for me is Caleb.
Yeah.
And Sally. I can't think of any. That were the big ones. They're just the big ones that I remember.
Yeah. Anyways, I feel bad for kind of skipping over a lot of the merge episode, but really all the juice is in the other 2 episodes. And Richard, I'll start off with you. Mr. Ben, like, he wakes up, he calls himself Davo. Is he channeling the inner golden god when he calls himself Davo? Because he just woke up and chose violence. He's like, you know, I'm just going to wake up and I'm going to gun after Mark.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like he had a change of persona, or what do they call it? An alter ego, where his voice started changing. He started popping up in confessionals, because every episode before Merge, I just saw him as someone that was always mending the fire, doing nothing less. But now he's really come into the character of the sort of like mafia boss, telling people who to put on the reserve bench, and you know, are you in or are you out? So it's really nice to see the character, but I don't think it's gonna last or do him well in the long run.
No, it probably won't. But Michelle, I do love seeing, you know, because like everyone gets like a specific kind of edit, and I felt like with Ben, he was getting like the challenge-based edit. Same thing with Jaden and Times vs Rebels, where the most amount of time you see him is on all the challenges, just completely dominating. But now he's actually got the strategy as well.
Well, he wasn't on at all. And what's funny is that a lot of the casual fans, and especially my, you know, ladies at work who I work with, have been like, where's Ben been? And I said, well, you've got to understand that in Survivor, if someone big is going out before someone else, they're not going to really focus on that person if they're going to last longer. So we had Tez to focus on. We had Harry. We had people to focus on beforehand. So they focus on them, leave Ben to the background, and then bring him out. So they were all shocked that all of a sudden Ben's gone from nothing to full on
main character.
Yeah, main character energy, as they say.
Yeah.
So and they're not liking it because they think he's just gone from nothing to top too fast.
Yeah.
he's like a tall poppy. They want to bring him down, and he could have been like that the whole time. You never know. But because we haven't seen him, we have.
It's almost like the Benji edit, when he gets nothing in the first 2 weeks and then gets a million confessionals, takes out Tegan, and then by the time the merge comes, he's like up there in the top contenders to actually win the season.
Yeah.
If Ben survives next week, Michelle, would he be like in the contenders to actually win?
I don't think. Yes, definitely, but I don't think he's going to last because there's quite a few people against him now. Quite a few people don't like how they think the power's gone to his head, and they don't like he's being a bit cocky, and so I don't think he's going to last because they want to take down the returnees, but they also want to take down anyone who seems big. So someone like Keely as well, they're regarding her as a returnee, even though she isn't. I think this is where Simon and Brooke playing down their game has helped them, whereas Harry, perceived threat was targeted. Mark, definite threat was targeted.
Yeah.
And then, we've got Simon and Brooke who are trying to play so low, except Brooke is now winning challenges. So she's not doing herself any favors, but she wants to stay in. So she has to win challenges to stay in. So she's sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's
crazy to think that in this entire season, Brooke has only been eligible to be voted for twice, because she's played an idol in 2 of them and has won immunity in 2 of them. It's nuts. It's like for me, she's like the number 1 threat out there, right? But we do see that Mark is trying to get an easy vote onto Blanche, Michelle, and obviously I've met Blanche. I didn't like was calling Blanche the easy vote. So you keep that queen out of your mouth,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was so angry when they were saying Blanche. I'm like, you better take it off her.
Yeah.
You better take it off her because I want Blanche to stay.
I want Blanche at the end winning everything. Yeah.
Yeah, she's so fun.
Yeah, I love Blanche. She's a queen, honestly, top notch. But all the action happens just before Tribal, where Michelle, once again, this where experience comes in, right? Because the newbies are all telling each other, hey, we've got to get rid of returnees, we've got to get rid of returnees. And for some odd reason, they decide to tell Simon the plan.
I know.
Why do they do this, Michelle? They almost had it. They almost had it.
Well, because they were chatting and someone said, who's going to tell Simon? And they thought they should tell Simon. And Rich said, I'll tell him. But in a interview Rich has done, Rich wasn't the first to go to him. I think they said it was Loz who went to him first, Simon, and told him. And then Harry came. Jeez Louise, Rich came up.
Richard,
Rich came up. Yeah.
So it wasn't as though it was Richard's fault. I mean, all 3 of them said, "Oh, who's going to tell Simon?" So why did they need to tell Simon? I think because Harry and Simon had an alliance of sorts. Because even when they were on the other tribe, Simon was trying to save Harry. So not Harry, Rich.
So Rich, yeah.
It's you see, when I do this podcast late at night, the words get all mixed.
Oh, you're like the first person that got voted out with the name Mumbo Jumbo.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, 9:20.
Yeah.
Fix the brain.
All right, just have a chalky milk, Michelle. That's what I do. See, I literally down this before we.
You know what I've got in the fridge? An up and go, but I don't know what an up and go is like.
Up and go's pretty mid, to be honest. But for me, it's between this brand. There's not a sponsorship. Puhoi Valley and Norco or Norco. I tied for number 1 in my ranking. So
you missed out saying Simon's best quote. I love it.
Oh, was it best quote?
Mark is collecting souls.
Yes.
And it's and it cuts him. He's got all the shoes. He's got all the shoes on his back as well.
Yeah,
so
but he's also collecting people as he votes them all off.
Yeah. And something else about Simon before we do get into all the tribal chaos, he makes a fake idol. So he's been saving stuff since David tossed him the buffs at the start. He held on to it. That's got a piece of coral in there. And I was like, oh no, Michelle. Simon's been playing way too great this entire season. Every time things go wrong for him, it's when he messes with George and he finds an idol. So far, he hadn't had any of those things, and he's been playing phenomenal. Were you also kind of scared now he's got his hands on a fake idol because the last fake idol didn't work out so great for him.
Yeah.
What do you
I
think
know.
this fake idol is going to do
But
for him?
at least look, people think it's fake anyway.
Hmm.
People think it's fake in the package. So whether he'll get through with it, I don't know. Who's got the idol at the moment?
It's Keely.
That's right. Yeah. And there's only one, which
Only
is
one.
frustrating. I thought there'd be one come out in the merge feast.
No, there wasn't
as well. I thought, yeah, but no.
Yeah, and yeah, so we get to tribal. So Simon and Brooke have been chatting as well. They both really want to keep Mark as a returnee shield because all eyes are on him. And they tell Mark at tribal council, and Richard, this is where shit really hits the fan.
Yeah.
What do you think about this whole chaos that's happening at tribal, man?
Like poor Rich. So I feel like you know,
Yeah.
I think maybe what led to Mark's undoing a bit is because he just holds things so personal. It's like if you don't do exactly what he says, he just like gets angry. I think he called Rich like a useless little shit or something. I was like, what?
Yeah, he was the worst effing ally ever, apparently, which we'll get into all of that in a hot second. But a really great play here, though, Michelle, that I found is that Simon hands Mark the fake idol. And Mark, he takes Mr. Ben off and he calls him out for targeting him. Then as they sit back down, he shows the packaging and puts it straight back into his pocket.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Very
great TV moment.
Yeah, very good.
And I just love the eyes of Mr. Ben. Boom, he was so stressed. But do you think something that I did want to talk about actually. So as we were all over the place, but I was meant to bring it up earlier, but completely forgot. So on the first merge vote, Lottie thought she had all the numbers and splitted the vote, right? And they did, and then Lottie, she still goes out, right? At this next vote, they just dump all on Mark.
Yeah, why?
When it comes, well, this is what I was going to bring up with you. If you're unsure on the numbers, do you still split or do just go straight in and dump? Because that's where I think Lottie potentially went wrong. I think if she went to this all going on Jackson, maybe like people like Rich and Loz, maybe and Sally, maybe they're unsure whether or not to go against her or not because the numbers are so in the air. But if things are split and there's still an easy majority to go for, so they could go with that. But if it's a dump, they might be less likely to flip.
Yeah, seriously. Like they've seen this fake idol. They don't know if it's a fake idol. Some think it's fake, some think it isn't. So what you do is you split the vote. You do not dump just on that one person. This is where I'm going to call them newbies. I know they're not really newbies because they've been playing for a while, but I'm just going to call them that to delineate them. But this is where the newbies went so wrong. Like if you've got an odd number, say 7, then you put 3 on Mark. If they don't count, that doesn't matter. You've got 4 for the other person. That person goes out. Or vice versa. You put 4 on Mark, 3 on the other person. You do not pile on to one person who brings out a package. What are you thinking? There's actually someone there needed to think about it, and no one. Well, maybe someone did think about it, but their thoughts were drowned out by someone who was totally obnoxious and thought, no, we should just pile on Mark.
Richard, what I find so interesting, though, is that, as I kind of said at the start of the podcast, this group of people doesn't actually feel like an alliance. It just feels like a group of people with the same objective, just take out a returnee.
Yeah.
So do you think like you can organize a split vote when you're not really actually aligned with people? You're just wanting the same person out?
Yeah, it's like you said, it's a bit of a makeshift alliance where they're all saying that they just want like an appetizing returnee to just get rid of. And I think Michelle is right. I think the smartest thing to do, especially after someone gives you the privilege of showing your package, whether it's false or real, you just have to split the votes. Otherwise, you're leaving one of your alliance members vulnerable, and that's not smart because it could be you. So,
what you said then before, Mucky, all of a sudden when you were talking, the analogy went into a movie for me. So, Mark is a zombie, and this is a group of 7 people, and they're working together to kill the zombie, but they're not working as a team because they all, like 3 don't like the other 2 and don't like the other one.
Yeah.
And it's like a movie that they just want to kill one thing, and they don't actually think about their actions along the way, and that and then they all
it must be hard as well because because there are so many different relationships and stuff as well, right? Because it seems like Caleb and Sally are like working with Brooke, Loz and Rich are working with Simon, so if you're like, hey, let's split on Simon, they might say no. Hey, let's split on Brooke, some people might say no. Well, I guess Simon couldn't be split before he won immunity that round, but like there's so many different sub relationships and stuff. It must be so hard to organize a split vote when you're not actually in an alliance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but we do see here, though, that Mark, he finds out that Rich is throwing out Mark's name, and Rich has said in many exit interviews that there was actually a lot more chats happening between him and Simon during tribal council. Simon really wanted Rich to vote with him, but Rich was saying, no, we just have to do Mark. And Mark changes the vote to Richard here. Michelle, did you like this play from Mark, or do you think they should have kept it on Mr. Ben?
Yeah.
Should have kept it on Ben. Look at him. How has gone to his head. Really should have. But then Mark seemed to have something against Richard personally at the end there. So that's why he's gone for Richard. I mean, he had nothing against Ben, but he didn't think he'd go. This is the problem. And so he thought, well, I don't want to try and get rid of Ben because he's not a big problem compared to Rich, whereas Ben votes him out in the end. So
maybe one could say that's his mistake, because maybe if he does get rid of Ben, Rich is more someone that could still work with him somehow.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to bring up, right? Because I feel like, I guess we can talk about it now. So I think Mark really needed a Faith during the start of, this few episode stuff. It makes sense that Faith, she doesn't want to keep Mark long-term in the game, right? But she'll surely maybe try and take her out early merge or something. But I think Mark, he acts emotionally on a lot of votes, not really strategically, right? So he takes out Faith because of that. And then even going for Rich here, like Rich is working with Simon, right? Rich has been working with you for a while as well. Like I think there is a case that Richard would try to work with you. He's definitely an option to flip and join your side at the next vote.
Exactly.
Probably not that vote, but the next vote. But he takes him out and says, oh, he's a useless ally, this, that. But it's like, yeah, but he was an ally that you still could have used. No other newbie wants to work with you. Rich was connected to Loz. You've lost Loz as well. It was just like an emotional move. And obviously emotions are high. You're starving, you're tired, all this kind of stuff. But I feel like once again, so many things I do want to call out about Mark's game in this episode, because I saw a lot of comments online saying how Mark played this perfectly. The fake idol bluff, great TV moment. He's still got majority of the votes, so it didn't work. He still needed to play the idol.
How'd you do that?
I mean, like I definitely understand why he did it. I think it was a great idea, great play and stuff. It obviously didn't work out. If Rich was on the jury, the shit he was saying to Rich during tribal council, he was literally saying like, oh, why'd you vote for me? He was like, oh, I'll tell you after. He was like, oh, you will you? Will you? And it's sort of like mocking him as the votes are coming out. It's like, nah, come on, bro.
I didn't like that. I didn't like him smiling at him when he's obviously voting him out. If you're voting someone out in the game, in a normal online game, like you don't gloat, you don't smile while something's happening, because their game's ending, and it's just not a nice thing to do. And I felt so bad for Richard when he's smiled at as he's being voted out.
So Russell Hanson.
It's the same thing with Tiz as well, right? Where it's like with Tiz, they told the Tiz plan at they told Tiz to plan at tribal council, and when he still didn't do what they said, he was like, oh, Tiz is so useless, can't rely on him. You told him at the last possible second.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's sort of like this, like I made a meme where I was like, Mark is the new Russell, right? But I feel like that's actually it's actually kind of crapping on Russell in a weird way, because at least with Russell, he had a lot of strategy to really back him up. With George even as well, George was only antagonizing to his own allies. Oh, sorry, not just allies, just enemies like Emmett, Joey, Simon. He did it for strategic purposes. He winded them up so when they blew up, he could act like a victim. And then people felt sorry for George and then wanted to work with them to take out the Simons, the Emmas, the Joes, and stuff like that, right? But he was never like that with Haley, Wei, Cara, Liz, Shani. He's still friends with people to this day. Like even with Luke and Janine, how he was treating them, he was never going to work with them. He was trying to get them out, right? But he was never like that with Kirby, you know? So George at least did for strategic purpose, but kind of seemed like this was very personal from Mark, you know? And yeah, it felt really bad for Rich here on his way out.
But I mean, he the next day he wasn't very nice at what he called Mark as well, and he also called someone else a mole earlier in the season.
Yeah, Keely, yeah.
Look, I'm
and that's because she was throwing out his name. It was like, you know, don't send me over there, you mole. It's like like I just want to say, you know, I know with New Era Survivor, a lot of people have been saying, bring back the villains, we want villains and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, yeah, I agree. Like Mark has made great TV for sure, right? Because I think
he's a
does
villain.
really well.
He's not a villain though.
Oh, like I'm not calling him like a villain. What I'm saying is that as a character.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Great strategy, and he's got great gameplay, and he thinks about his moves very, very well.
Just as moments.
I just think it's the other bit that I don't like.
Yeah, I was going to say, as a character, I think he's great. You know, he's making entertaining TV, and what I love about Australian Survivor specifically is that the edit does a great job making you root for people, rooting against people. With characters like Simon and George, the edit's kind of all over the place with them, where at times you're rooting against them, you're rooting for them and stuff. And yeah, the edit did a great job, I guess, sort of making Faith and Mark sort of people to kind of root against, you know. So I definitely love that for TV and stuff. But I do feel like at times I was like, oh, there's we're a bit harsh what you said to Rich there. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if he didn't say any of that, I'm quite happy for him to win because he was playing very well, you know. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
You know, any sort of cutthroat sort of gameplay, I'm fine with.
Yeah, Rich had, I think even Mark also had moments where it felt like they were speaking like that Final Trouble Council, where they were like, this is my redemption. I've, gone through so much and, I'm going to win this. And David, you're talking about, and I'm like, why are you guys talking like you're at the final? Like you're giving people reason to vote you out because your stories already sound awesome. And Merge literally just started. So yeah, they made their bids.
Yeah. But also really sad for Rich in general. I thought he was playing a great game, was a great character on TV as well. And also just straight up like a stand-up bloke as well. I was sure we got to meet him at the watch party he hosted. And yeah, awesome guy, great guy. So sad to see him go.
And
just
Rich
before
has
the jury.
Told me that Mark has apologized to him. About.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. And yeah, we move on to the big final episode of the week. Michelle, can I say, half an hour in and we're already on to the final episode of the week. Are you proud of me?
I'm so proud of you. You have no idea. So proud.
I'm managing.
How good
just for
was
context.
this? I mean, I love their challenges at the moment.
Yeah, they've been so great.
Some of them are the same. Some of the good old school challenges, and we love seeing those. That one, the ball one with the thing and the brook, and was that that wasn't the reward.
Yeah, that was the immunity challenge, yeah.
That was the immunity. The reward one. I love that. They actually put the ball thing in the water instead of on the land for a change. So that was good. You get a different perspective when you're looking at, Simon throwing the balls in. And that pole thing, you know how one team couldn't do it, one tribe, sorry. That's really hard to do with those sticks and tying, and because you want to get it out as fast as you possibly can. But if you do it fast, then you have things falling apart. And this is where a tribe working together who isn't very cohesive is a problem, because I've worked with people making one of those things before. And if everyone's not on the same page, needing to make sure everything's reinforced before you put it out, the others want to put it out, it falls apart, then you've got to bring it back in, and it's twice as much work. So I don't know whether that was an aspect of why the other tribe just fell so far behind. People were pushing it. My God, my family keeps tagging me, and can you hear it the
It's going,
computer.
yeah, it's going ding, 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 ding.
Yes, thank goodness the
amazing.
tickets haven't come out now because it'd be a nightmare. So I'm going to tell them to stop messaging me.
Yeah. Well, oh, and Richard just left. Perfect timing for Richard to leave.
Great. There you go.
So yeah.
Hi, T. Let's talk about that.
High tea. Yes.
Yeah.
Michelle, what did you think of this twist where it seems like a team thing, but actually you can go one at a time?
How good is that?
I just love those.
Great. Yeah.
So good.
What is your strategy, Michelle? Are you finding the advantage or are you enjoying the reward?
I am finding it while eating. I am eating, at the same time. One thing I would have done, which only Simon did, was look in the drink, because the normal place is look under the plates. I didn't see anyone look under the table, not saying no one did, but no one looked under the table. I couldn't see anyone look under the tablecloth. Under the plates is just too easy, isn't it? Usually it's in the food. I'm thinking of US Survivor as well. It seemed like they were looking very surface-like for stuff, whereas I would have looked somewhere different. It's like Mucky at Rich's watch party. All of a sudden, he said there was something to find, and myself.
Yeah, you got up. You got up straight away. Like you didn't even wait a second.
Got up. I'm trying to think what the other guy's name is. The other fan, he got up beside me and started looking. I thought, damn, I've got to go to a pot plant right now. So I got up, and then Rich says it's just under a chair, and I'm like, oh. God, that's cool.
It was so I was sitting next to Michelle, and the second the idol came up, Michelle gets up, everyone gets up, and Michelle just sprints off, just straight to a pot plant. And then it's just like, oh, it's under your chair, by the way. I searched under both of our chairs, but I couldn't find anything. But it reminds me of what actually
oh my gosh.
At Eden's watch party. This was for when Sarah got voted out in Australia versus the world. Eden had also hidden an idol at a watch party. And I was with Brendan, Australian Survivor members, and a couple of these other guys as well. We're just like drinking, just having fun. And one of them reached under the table, and I saw him put something in his pocket, and I was like, "Oh, you got it, right?" He was like, "Yeah, but shh." And so we all kind of was like, "Oh, yeah, we'll give it to ourselves." People were like checking up near where the curtains are hung from. People were climbing up on Eden's stage, looking under all the chairs. There were people who they figured out the spot. They were going under our table, trying to find it, coming all around us. And we're just laughing, just keeping it to ourselves. And Eden, he spots us, sees we aren't looking, and he beelines right towards us. And he's just like, all right, which one of you found it?
Cool.
It was so funny. And even, I think it was Josh, when Eden and Josh came on to do the podcast with us, Michelle. I think they were even it's supposed to be like, hey, look, I found it. Not, let me keep it a secret and wait till the grand moment to reveal it. But that was our plan. We're just going to keep it a secret and just see what happens.
Yeah, because it's fun to watch.
People were going nuts.
Go around.
People were going nuts. It was so funny. And just seeing you just stand up straight away, Michelle, you just sprinted right from the pub.
I will go.
So funny.
Go for a competition. I'm there. I'm there.
Michelle goes Hundies.
It's like Keely. Finding the idol. I'm like her. I can remember myself actually dangling like that for something at one point in my life, and I can't remember what I was trying to reach. But someone said, "Wouldn't it be funny if she
naughty times
and she couldn't get out?"
Yeah. It's kind of like, what are you doing down there, Keely? She was being caught straight away. I don't know about you, Richard, but I'm just enjoying the food. I mean, I guess it depends what the food is. If it's like the spaghetti that they've done in the past, I'm going face first. I'm just motorboating that spaghetti. Honestly, I love a good pasta. How about you, Richard? What are you doing in it?
I don't know. I like tiramisu, so I'd enjoy that. But if there was spaghetti and meatballs, I'd just take the meatballs. I don't care who comes after me as long as I get the good meaty parts there.
That happened. What season did that happen where someone took all the meatballs? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, someone did. That's coming to my head, yeah. And there's a whole thing about it. Like, someone ate all the meatballs.
Yeah, exactly. I left nothing.
Gosh, that was funny. Now, one of my favorite moments, well, obviously the best moment ever was when David empties out the popcorn and finds the idol. I think we can all agree that's probably the best one. But another great one is there's in Champions vs Contenders 1, and the clue's under the nachos. And I think with Benji, he put like a napkin or something over it, and Robbie's eating it. It's like, oh, maybe he's figured it out. It's like, oh man, and then it just cuts from going, what a view! And it's just there stuffing himself drinking margarita. I thought that was so funny. Yeah,
mess, total mess,
hot mess. Yeah. Anyways, going back to the episode, so there is a massive divide still between newbies and returnees, but Mr. Ben has got a plan, Michelle. He's like, you know what? Maybe there is room for one returnee, and that is Mark. Mark's contemplating, maybe I do got to flip on the returning players. And this is where I have to ask, should Brooke and Simon have just left Mark to go out the previous episode? Because Mark is a big target, the big returnee. Maybe once he goes, they've had that returnee blood, and now they'll start to go after each other. Do you think they should have done that, or do you think it was smart of them to keep Mark around a bit longer?
Keep Mark. He's a bigger threat because they're playing under the radar, and he's just Mark's out there, and everyone knows he's out there. So it'd be better to keep Mark in. However, people seem to go for the deputies all the time, the people under the top dog, which drives me crazy. Because if you're going to do it, go for the top dog anyway. Like, just get the numbers and go for them. Yeah, definitely keep him. I wouldn't have gone against him if I was Simon or Brooke.
Well, what's so interesting is that end of the day, everyone's just one vote, right? That's all they really are. Mark is loud, he's playing flashy, but Brooke is someone who I would be targeting right now. You know, like she's found 2 idols. You know, she's managed to weasel her way in and out of alliances, stuff, make it to merge. This with the endurance challenges. Like she's already won 2. She's already won 2 individual immunity challenges. Simon's won the other one, and people are looking at Simon to take out, not Brooke, which I just find hysterical. Honestly, it's like
she must be very, very likable. Like your
that would be
special game must be top tier.
Yeah, of course. I think on one of the Trouble Council, she was like, I hate being called a threat. Like, it's literally but she keeps on winning, like immunities. So, yeah. I mean, I think Brooke is awesome. I'd be happy to see her break the record for most immunity wins won in all seasons, all time. Yeah, I think awesome hold of the title.
Yeah, and I was chatting about with useless Australian Survivor Facts as well. So, Brooke, if she was to make it to the end of the season, she would fall short by 1 or 2 days from Shawnee's record of the most days ever played. I think if Simon lasts a couple of weeks, he'll make it to 100 days.
100 days.
Which means if he makes 100 days, then he beats George finally.
Yes, 99.
Yeah, because George is on day 99. So Simon, you've got this, brother. You've got this, man, to make it over 100 days. Finally overtake George in something. But so the plan is to take out Simon here. You know, Simon and Brooke are maybe thinking of Mr. Ben. And Caleb, Michelle, he also wakes up and chooses violence. He's sick of just being told the plan, left out of the plan. He's just sick and tired of everything. So he just creates only a small lie. And he tells Ben, Mark told us that, no, we're actually all going to vote for him. And then Mr. Ben just blows up and changes the vote straight back to Mark. And then Caleb does the exact same thing to Mark. Then they're like, start to rebel. What a great move. Like Caleb, right?
I know. Don't tell too many lies, though, that can blow up in your face. If you've told too much and people talk to each other, it can get messy. Yeah. But I think he pulled it off. But, I mean, just the crazy amount of talk, and no one seems to be concrete in anything. Anyone, with anyone. There's obviously alliances going on because Rich said that he had a tight alliance with Loz, and we didn't see that very much. You know, we didn't see a lot.
But that's where I think the majority alliances aren't even real alliances. I think it's just majorities are made by common interests or common enemies. That's why everyone turned on Mark, and that's why I think people were keen to go for Mr. Ben or, you know, for Simon or, you know, anyone, just because they're like, nah, we just got to band together and get this person out.
Yeah, totally. The tribal council was funny in that Jackson made that line. What was it? Something like, people shouldn't hold grudges. It's just Survivor. It's a game. You don't, no one holds a grudge. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, this is for $500,000.
Yeah.
I've held a grudge just for an online
much
game.
less. Yeah.
And it's for nothing. So, God.
Yeah.
Why does he think people don't hold a grudge? People hold grudges to tribal council and then don't vote for you. Like,
I would only have a grudge if you stole chocolate milk away from me. If it was like an auction or some kind of reward and you stole my chocolate milk, I would that would carry out even after the game.
That's betrayal.
Yeah, into life. Yeah, like I'm taking that with me to the grave. Like, Michelle, if you ever stole chocolate milk off me, like I'm blocking you until I die.
Noted. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Definitely.
Maybe we can be friends in a new life, but won't be this one. So,
but aren't you immortal?
Well, my last name is Hope.
And then Cameron says, "This is another newbie line." Cameron says, I'm just thinking about the vote right now. I don't want to think ahead. I'm not thinking to final. I'm just thinking. I just want to do now. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. You can't think about now. You've got to think ahead, because if you vote out this person, who's then going to take the position of who's just left? Someone's going to step up into that position. Are they more threatening? You've got to think ahead at the hierarchy.
Well, I do think there's some merit to it, because one life saying I do actually go by is sometimes to take one step forward, you've got to take 2 or 3 steps and reverse, right? Sometimes you need to take a step back to really see the grand scheme of things. I think with Cameron, he was on the wrong side of the vote with the Usher vote. He got heavily blindsided there. His other number one, Lottie, also got taken out at the merge. And then there's all this like idle shenanigans with Mark and stuff. So I think right now he's just playing it day by day.
Yes, but that's in real life. You can go day by day in real life, but not in a game for $500,000 where a day means everyone turns against you and you voted out. You can't think like day by day in Survivor.
But I do think, like, after 2 massive losses in Usher and Lottie,
his best move was being in the majority.
Yeah, it's to be in the majority, right? Let the Mark and Ben thing clash. Yeah. And now that Mark's gone, Ben's sitting up here, and Simon and Brooke, they're still targets, but now Ben and Jackson are up here.
Yeah.
Will Cameron make a move against them? I'm not too sure, but like, I think right now he's just letting the shit play out and then seeing what scraps he might be able to pull together. Because let's not forget, in the first episode, he was actually one rallying the votes against Rich. He was playing hard from the jump. I just don't think we're just seeing it right now, because I think he's taking a step back.
I just think he has to think. He has to think ahead from now, because he's one of the less forthright speakers.
He doesn't look like someone who's going to win.
Yeah. And but the main drama though, so Caleb, he creates these lies and stuff, and Simon has a really great idea. Let's ask Caleb who he wants gone, and then we'll take out that player. So Caleb comes back, they'll say, hey, who do you want out? And Caleb says Jackson, because him and Jackson have had like the beef, the drama and stuff from pre-merge. He wants him gone. And this is where I think is the reason why Mark is voted out, because he brings Caleb to his side and once again is trying to control him, trying to, to tell him what to do. Hey, let's not go for Jackson. Let's go for Ben. And immediately I was like, Mark, you've stuffed it. What? What else?
Something also went wrong. Mark was asked, who should we target out of you 4? He was asked, Keely, Simon, Brooke, yourself, like, who should we target then? And what he should have said straight away was Keely. Target Keely, and then tell Keely to play her idol, and then they've got a vote off of somebody. That other person goes from the majority alliance that there is. Like, why on earth did Mark think of that and say, let's vote off Keely, done, and he would be there?
Because, well, I mean, it's interesting because Mark and Keely, because Mark and Kelly have been together for so long and it's so obvious they're like a pairing, right? But then again, so was him and Faith, and he turned on Faith just like that.
Yeah, he can easily turn that around.
Yeah.
He could have made everyone turn against Keely easily.
I think Mark's game is that he really values friendship, and I think Faith was right that I think part of Mark's gameplay is that he really invests a lot in social relationships, and that's why I took it personally when Richard, someone invested a lot of social capital in, couldn't just give him a favor of like letting him survive. That's why he takes a lot of these things personally, and I think Faith said the social relationship Mark builds are what's going to get him at the end. Because I think even when he got voted out, he said something like, they told me about Caleb, but he just wasn't listening. So, yeah.
Yeah. And we get to the vote. The vote is 5-4-2. Looks like maybe Mark skated by. Maybe Caleb's joined him. And no, Caleb votes for Mark here. And once again, I do think the reason why Mark goes is because he tried to control Caleb once again. He clearly doesn't want to be controlled, but Mark just doesn't seem to read it here. And Mark is a standing ovation, Michelle.
He's been good. Yeah.
He's a good game player.
Yeah. He's been a very entertaining player all throughout. I know I've kind of like spoken a wee bit of shit about Mark, throughout the game so far, but I have like enjoyed seeing him on the TV playing up the big character, because I'd rather feel something about someone than just be like, oh man. You know what I mean? That's kind of why I lost interest in American Survivor, because I just wasn't feeling anything about anyone, like
characters,
there'd be like a Carolyn, which is like, oh my gosh, Carolyn, I love Carolyn. Or like a Cody, oh, he's great, but for so long there was really no one who actually really gave anything about, it was the Australian Survivor.
Just like a happy nerd.
Yeah, exactly. But with the Australian Survivor, you've got your people to root for, people to root against, your in-betweens. But even then, I feel like even a lot of random players, they get like moments or what is it, like a small saga where they do have like a big impact, even if it's just like a couple of episodes, right? And so with Mark, I think he was a great character this season, and he did a great job to make it this far.
Yeah, the mayor of the jury villa. Yeah,
mayor of jury villa. Yeah, jury villa. I just blanked out and forgot what jury.
Did you end up getting a screenshot of the the tiering that we did?
No, but wait, hang on. I did make a new one, but let me just bring that up. Well, I did. Well, here's the thing, right? A lot of people are going to be shocked about this, but I did actually pay for the membership, and guess what? Ads still kept bloody coming up. It was, oh my gosh, it was just so like annoying. So I've made a brand new one, which I have not set up. I probably should have set it up. I've actually had today off. I've had all the time in the world to set it up. I still just chose not to. All right, so here we go.
Yay!
So we can scroll into this.
Let me make it bigger. I can't see.
No, I can't. Oh, here we go. So if I zoom out, that zooms in.
Oh, wow. Okay.
How's that work? There we go. So we had Harry's our winner. Harry's our winner. We had Tez and Simon as runner-ups. For jury duty, we had Usher, Mr. Bean, Brooke, Caleb, Don, Eliza, Jackson, Lottie, Linda, Paula. Then for pre-merge, we had Blanche. How wrong were we, Michelle? We put Blanche in pre-merge. Cameron, Kat, Daniel, Faith, Sally, Loz, Rich, Johnson, and Mark. And Keely's first boot. We were pretty bloody wrong about Keely. Yeah. Well, hang on. If I actually stop sharing this, then I go back. Oh my gosh, everything is so zoomed out now. Just
totally zoomed out. You suddenly switched, and suddenly it was just my eyeballs on the screen.
Oh, here we go. So if I bring this up now, boom, boom, boom. Is that even on the right one? It's not on the right one. Is it? Oh no, not that one. Here we go. All right, I found the right one eventually, guys. Here we go. Once again, if I go out and then I zoom all the way in, here we go. Beautiful facial reactions by all of us. So this is what we have left here, Michelle.
What we're left
in
with.
The merge. So it's Simon, runner-up. Then with Ben, Brooke, Caleb, Jackson, Lottie, we got that right. For pre-merge, Blanche, Cameron, Sally, Loz, Rich, and Mark. And first boot for Keely. That's what we had. Oh, I can't move it. It's on the.
You can't move it now.
It's on the thing.
Yeah,
We'll do it
haven't
next
done
week.
very
I'll properly
well.
set it up next week. But however, I do just want to bring up some personal rankings that I have made. Though I wrote down a list, actually, on who I think is likely to win, just based off the edit and the stories and stuff, everything that we have. Just give me 1 second. Boom, boom, boom. So it is. Here we go. Okay, so most likely to win is Simon, Keely, and Caleb.
Caleb, yes.
My top 3. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear that zzz sound?
Yeah, it sounded like an airplane or
Oh.
fly.
Yeah. Hang on. Is it me? If I just no.
Yes, just a little bit. Don't worry about it. We're nearly over.
Is it done? Oh, it's done. Right. So, okay. So just to go back. So who I have in my top 3 to win? It's Simon, it's Keely, and it's Caleb.
I agree.
What?
So those are my top 3. And then I have a shot. These are the players who I think definitely does have a shot to win. However, I probably can't see them winning because they're too big of a player, too big of a target. Is Brooke,
Yeah.
Jackson, and Mr. Ben.
Yeah,
Those are my
I don't
3.
see them. Yeah.
And then
I don't
my rare chance. This is my very rare chance on now. This just based off the edit. All right, just based off the edit. The very rare chance of winning. I can see them winning, but it'll be like a really tough way for them to win.
Sally.
It'll be Sally and
Yes.
Loz.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then for not winning, I've Cam and Blanche. Like Michelle, I think
Cameron.
it's such a robbery. Actually, it was so funny. So I messaged Sally and Blanche straight after Rich goes, and I told them so I told Blanche, if you get Mark out, I will buy you a 6-pack, and I'll get you some pancakes as well, right? I'll get some pancakes, and she told me to hurry up and get my flight, right? and I was like, oh, she must be joking, but no, she in a way technically spoiled the episode. And then with Sally, she wants 2 bottles of tequila, and I was like, easy, done. I now owe 2 bottles of tequila, 6-pack of beer, and some pancakes. I've got to bloody go back and do another Australian trip again.
This is good.
No, it's not good. My wallet's getting drained, Michelle. I thought you wanted me to be successful.
How are you going to send? You can't send. Oh, you could get a voucher
my plan
for
is
pancakes.
no. It's because Blanche and I we met up at a pancake place and had breakfast together, which is so amazing. So I'm gonna have to go back over and shout pancakes and some beer. Pancakes and beer, you can't go wrong with that, Michelle.
Really?
But I reckon that's a pretty good mix.
Yeah,
Pancakes
maybe not
and
for your
beer.
tummy, but I don't know.
Oh no, it won't be. Honestly, my stomach takes in. I did the math. I drink about 12 liters of milk a week.
That's insane.
12 liters. Like
Yeah.
I drink the 2-liter bottles down for like a meal.
Oh, it explains why you're so tall, like the calcium.
Exactly.
I don't know.
And I've
Yes.
only ever fractured 1 bone in my life as well. So
Oh,
So
I
there
guess
you
I need
go.
to start drinking milk.
yeah, just keep drinking milk, guys. But no, I was like chatting with Blanche though, because I called her just after Mark went out, and she told me that apparently she blew up at Brooke during tribal council.
Really?
Had a massive go at Brooke during tribal, and they didn't even show it. It's like, Michelle, why aren't they showing Blanche?
Because tribal council goes for 3 hours, and they only put in things that are going to affect that actually pertain to who gets voted off. So obviously, because Blanche or Brooke didn't get voted off, they didn't show it. But if one of them had been, they would have shown it.
I mean, even just confessionals and like the chats and stuff. Like, Blanche is a hoot. Like, she is so much fun. She's so crazy, so fun. And so it's not showing anything of her. So I'm hoping that maybe it's like, hopefully she's not getting like a Fraser kind of edit, which she gets blindsided in some crazy way, but we have to like forget she's there. Hopefully she does actually have a couple episodes of heavy impact and stuff. But it does suck that Blanche and Cameron are right at the bottom for me, but we just haven't seen anything from them edit wise. What did you guys think of the list? Do you agree with it? Do you think I should move some people?
Maybe Sally could go a bit up, but yeah, everything else feels fine to me. Yeah.
Any Michelle?
I don't want to move what we already decided on. I like to keep it like that.
Oh no, from the list that I made.
Oh, from the list.
Chances.
Yeah, I'd probably move Sally.
Move Sally up, you reckon? And with Brooke, Jackson, and Mr. Ben?
I wouldn't put Ben up there. I'd put Sally there instead.
So Ben down and Sally up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy with that. Obviously, I adore Sally, so yeah, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Whoa. And who would have thought, Michelle? It's been 1 hour. We covered everything.
Yeah. We'll probably go down with the edits, but yeah, 1 hour.
Yeah, true. Yeah, well, Michelle, have you got anything juicy or exciting coming up?
I have a school reunion on the weekend. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
Should be pretty fun. Oh, I forgot to ask. How was the Jackson and Harry wrestling match?
Yeah. Oh my! I screamed so much. By the end of the night, I'd lost my voice because I was screaming for Harry to win. When Harry came out swinging the flint around his finger, I don't know how much I screamed. There were people screaming beside me. Rich was there as well. He was just down from me, and Stevie was there. But oh my gosh, the amount of screaming and Jackson comes out and he's got a song that everyone knows. So everyone who was there, it's a song that goes and Jackson's doing this, and the whole crowd is going like this.
Oh, crazy!
I'm just looking at him, going, "I'm not doing that. I'm not going for you, Jackson." And there's a whole line of us not doing it. And then some of my Survivor friends started doing it. I'm like, traitors. But then as soon as Harry comes on, they're like, Harry! It's so good.
That's good. Who won?
Jackson. So sad.
Well, the sadness really came off with a cough as well. He had to cough.
I'm coughing. But what was good when Jackson did start coughing was Harry started strangling him with a buff. That was fantastic.
Oh, sick.
I was screaming, "Go, Harry!" Not what you're supposed to say when someone's choking someone else, but it was hilarious. It was the most weird experience of my life. It was just so weird.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Awesome. Yeah, and how about you, Richard? Anything cheeky and naughty or exciting that you have coming up?
I might just burn a building or two, but outside of that, I'm just happy I'm not studying.
Fair enough, man. I mean, hey, like if you just don't want to do an exam, just set the building on fire.
Yeah. #revolution.
You know, way back in the day, it used to be, oh, my dog ate my homework. Now it's somebody, set fire to the building. So times have really changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. With me, unfortunately, nothing too cheeky or naughty. So with last week's live, Michelle, I discovered I'd lost a sports bet and I was really upset. And I hate to say again, because Richard, you were there too. How the hell did Arsenal bloody lose against Man City? They stuffed up the cup. I was so mad. I betted for Haaland to score, for obviously for both teams to score, and for Arsenal to win. Manchester City scored. Haaland didn't score, so I bloody lost everything. I was so sad.
Defender scored twice. That's insane. Yeah. Technical masterclass from City. Yeah.
It really was. Yeah, but I was so I was so mad. I'm hoping to make it up for Real Madrid against Bayern Munich.
Oh, because you want to buy tequila for Blanche.
Yeah, exactly. I have to afford all these, Richard.
Sally, the tequila's for Sally.
Tequila for Sally, a 6-pack of beer, and some pancakes for Blanche. So yeah. So Michelle, I'll be coming back to Sydney at some point. So yeah. Okay. How exciting for you!
Stuff. I'm so excited. Pity you can't come for your for the big finale. Like that's crazy. Those prices.
Yeah, maybe if I just just empty out my wallet on every single sports game that's happening across the 2 weeks.
God. You'll lose everything.
Lose everything. Yeah, lose. I'll put my Kiwi Saver, my life savings on it, and that is my cheeky naughty times for the week. just put all your life savings
Yeah.
onto sports bet. Honestly, that is the best way to do things, Michelle.
Okay. I'll take you on it. Okay.
But make sure you subscribe for Cheeky Naughty Times. Let us down below in the comments what you thought of this massive Celtic merge week as well. We will be right back next week to do a live recap, not a pre-record. It's just a one-off for this one. Make sure you check out Michelle's page on Australian Survivor Fans on Facebook as well. I've been joining in the chat in some quite loose units, Michelle. I've been enjoying your Facebook chat.
Oh, yeah. There's some people in there.
There are some people in there, indeed. It's so much fun. Absolutely love it. And make sure you check out our Instagram as well, at Mucky Hope Productions, for memes and updates on a lot of things as well. B, Drew, and Jake have been doing an absolute bloody phenomenal job covering American Survivor Season 50 as well. So check all that out. I've been your host, Mucky Hope. Ka kite anō, everyone. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Ciao.
Bye.